Harper Paperbacks and HarperAudio present The House of Yan, a family at the heart of a century in Chinese history. By Lan Yan. Translated from the French edition by Sam Taylor. Read by Angela Lin. A note before we begin. Don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider or go directly to www.harpercollins.com/audio/House of Yan. It contains a history of China and a family tree. Preface. On January 1st, 2016, I was in Sanya, on the tropical island of Hainan in the south of China, to celebrate the New Year with my father. I told him I was thinking of writing about the history of the Yan family. Despite his 84 years and fragile health, my father leaped up and squeezed my hands with all his strength, as if he wanted to impart all the energy inside his body. Not only is that an excellent idea, he told me, but you should make it your priority for the coming year. I didn't say this to him, but his reaction reassured me in the decision I had made. During all the years I spent in France, whenever my French friends asked me about my family or the history of China, I could tell how astonished they were when I told them what we had lived through. They had very little conception of what had happened during the Cultural Revolution or the period that preceded it. One day, my closest friends, Catherine and Bertrand Julien Laferrière. Bertrand is my son's godfather, and I am the godmother of one of their Chinese daughters, encouraged me to tell the story of my family, which was, in microcosm, the history of modern China. That was 10 years ago, and their words have continued to echo within me, along with the famous adage that, for an accomplished life, one must plant a tree, have a child, write a book. My son is 20 now. How will he ever know his family's history if not through books? Biographies of my grandfather have already been published in China. My father completed his memoirs after 10 years of writing and research in Beijing and Moscow. My mother, too, wrote the history of her family for me. I am grateful to her for that, and I feel honor-bound to continue this tradition. What I have seen, heard, experienced was so intense that I must take my turn to bear witness to it. Yan Lan. In China, my name is Yan Lan. The family name always appears before the given name in China, as you will notice throughout the book. Prologue. I was 4 months old when my parents entrusted me to the care of my paternal grandparents. Mama was about to leave for Rome before joining the Chinese embassy in Bern, where she was posted during 1 year. And with my father being a Russian interpreter for many high-placed Chinese dignitaries, among them the supreme leader Mao Zedong, he did not have time to look after me either. So it was that the faces of Nai, my grandmother, and Ye, my grandfather, along with the face of the Ayi, my nanny, became more familiar to me than those of my diplomat parents, more familiar and, if I am honest, more tender and kindly toward their little Nan, their nickname for me, and considerably less severe than my mother's. In her memoirs, my mother writes that she left her baby at the State Council's residence in the center of Beijing, where my paternal grandparents had, for years, lived in a staff apartment on the 3rd floor, right-hand door, of Building 10. That was the address where I lived, where I had my bedroom, where my grandfather's chauffeur took us when Ye came to fetch me for the weekend from the entrance to the garden of the boarding school, where I...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?